Okay, so today we're gonna see if we can't finish Riven. There's a lot of loose ends we gotta go over because there's information I'm missing. I have to go back to Gen's laboratory and try to find out or figure out the order of the color system. I likely have to look at the order it's written in, compare it to the order of the colors on the map puzzle on the giant dome. And then I'm going to have to visit every single dome I can access, close them again, and see what symbol matches up to what, so I can look at each island. And I'll have to guess for the last one, and hope I get everything right. I'm also going to have to find those last two sounds from the Rebels' coded system. I feel like I'm still missing something. I think the Rebels have the trap book. So if I don't visit the Rebels first, Gen's not likely going to get the trap book. The first time I played this, I actually didn't read through all the lore that I was given. So I actually had very little idea what was going on, and I actually failed the first time. I completed the game and got a bad ending because of it. Because Gen wasn't trapped, and Catherine wasn't free. So we're hopefully going to avoid that scenario. Still trying to turn over what else am I missing? I can't think of anything. Let's just hop into it. Okay, the order is red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. I'm gonna have to figure out the color system first. Oh, didn't mean to close that. Probably head down to the village first. Oh, wait, this leads to the one secluded area, right? Not the area I want to go. Yeah, it does. I don't understand. Right, so Beetle is 2. I don't get the whole purpose of the topographical map that fills up with water. What it's supposed to signify is lost on me. Hmm. Oh, hey. It's back up there. So... Sweet. I can recover the submersible. That's good. Because I need that. I'm really glad that the developers thought of that potential problem. Having the submersible trapped over by the, well, ceremony stage for prisoners. No, but effectively where they're going to be sacrificed to their tusked whale thing, as far as I can tell. Let's see if we can't figure out where that thing is floating around in here. That seems like an odd place to have a bubble. So what is above us? Okay. But what I need is over there. that should be number 1, given the one in Gan's laboratory. I need to discern what is that floating beside or near? Because that's got to be the clue. Okay, there it is. Yeah, I never spotted it my first time around. I think I just guessed. But I have no idea what creature is supposed to be near that sphere. Honestly, this is still baffling me. Ah! Internet. Come on, Internet. Keep up with me. Right! That... Oh, that island with the camera. Thank you for reminding me. No, it's not my first time playing through. I played it through a long time ago. I really do not know how well this is coming through because... my internet is really not keeping up. It keeps dropping. I'm dropping frames like no tomorrow. I'm really glad I'm recording this. Come on, internet. I swear. I'm just gonna check up on the internet, assuming you're still getting anything. Okay. Okay. As far as I can tell, the internet PVR started recording 2 shows, but I don't think that should have been enough to really congest the internet that much. My internet is still not happy. Anyways, you said you mentioned the camera that I could get another view of that orb back on the L-shaped island, the one that was heavily altered. Which is a good call. I probably should have remembered that, but I didn't. Survey Island. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. It does seem like a base of operations for Ganon's different, what would we call them? His core? Now the only guild, okay. Yeah, a lot of the information is fresher in your mind than it is in mine. Okay. I just have one orb that it's unaccounted for. Orb number 4. It is on this island, right? It has to be. All the other 4 are, so why wouldn't the 5th one be on this island? I'm tempted, but I've used... Yeah, it should be on this island. Okay. Which means if I remember correctly, it should be in the forest, but I never came across it. Why do I still hear rumbling? I do not get this culture's obsession with giant swords sticking out of there everywhere. Unless that's Gan's obsession or something. But The eggers appeared when Catherine altered the books. They disappeared one day for the inhabitants. I missed that lore bit. It wasn't. That's not in like Atreus's or Gan's research notes, diaries, whatever. So Atreus learned to alter books from Catherine. Am I correct in assuming in that assumption? Like she's the actual heir of the Denis to speak? Oh, Catherine's journal. Right, when I visit her island. But I need to figure out more clues before I can access those domes properly. But before I visit Gan, I want that last clue so I can at least visit the rebels and get that trap book back. Given that the art of bookmaking can literally alter a place just by writing in it, Atreus's grandmother. Okay. I haven't read the novels, or been really aware of them. So Atreus' grandmother knew how to write books, but his father didn't. Oh. Okay. A lot of family drama. I mean, aside from, like, Uru, is there any Myst game in the series that does not involve drama? I literally can't think of any. I've played Exile, I've played the original Myst, I've played this game, I dipped into Revelations, which is the fourth. Oh, that's why, okay. I do not know much about the fifth. The fifth, I've seen trailers of. I think I own it. Never installed it or play it. It looks weird for a Myst game. But given that it's a Myst game, and it's definitely got to involve family drama, I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, sequel to Uru. Uru was bad in its own right. It was basically unplayable. And by the time I got it, my hands on it, the online version was dead. Given how far a departure the fifth one looks, much less Uru before that, it's not surprising. It's like... not sure what they were going for. Cyan's more recent Abduction is a much better spiritual successor to the Myst series than Uru, or what I understand the End of Ages to be. The fifth one. Where is that damn orb? Seriously. Honestly. So, I got the frog orb right by the lift. The beetle orb back in that topographical pool. The whale orb down by the pool down there. Uru is online again. Stands on its own as a single-player game. Yeah, Abduction was better. I had the original 2-disc copy of Uru. The thing was buggy. Oh my goodness. And there's so many different locales, and you needed so many clues from each different place instead of being totally enclosed, that it was baffling. Even some of the environment puzzles, it wasn't working. It took me forever to find the first 5 handprints just to get into the place. Oh my goodness. I was not impressed with Uru, although some of the concepts were pretty fun. A lot of the symbology puzzle types and the linking watch. Although the linking watch was a really great way to get yourself trapped, if you didn't know how to use it right. I've heard that Uru works better as an online game because then it's an entire community. Is it like Independence that put Uru back online, or is it Cyan themselves? Where is that damn orb? Fan run server. They had to rebuild everything, didn't they? Although, if they have access to the code, if they cracked it or whatever, I'd imagine it'd be easier. Moula. Moula? M-O-U-L-A. But that runs on the server client, right? I believe it's even grainier than this looks, if I remember that game correctly. I might have to take a look at that. I doubt I'd get very far, but at the same time, a massively multiplayer Cyan game? Sounds interesting. It did feel even more empty and unlived in than even the original Myst game when I played it as a single player game. I need to be on the upper level in there, don't I? Which means I'm going to the next island anyways. Mist Online Uru Live, not sure where the A came from. A. Maybe America? North America? Again? What, you just look it up and that's what it's actually called? Okay, my brain. I was looking for the color code. Okay, the symbols are as follows. It is again? Ha ha. So, I'm just gonna assume the order of the dots up on the giant dome and this are the same. So the first one is red. The cat eye is red. The closed eye is orange. Human eye is yellow. The atomic symbol is green, the empty atomic symbol. The lizard eye is blue. And the bisected eye is purple. Okay, that leads to the next island, which I need to go to, the Survey Island. Because it has two things I need. This leads where again? Back there. Right. But first... this. Wait, I never figured out how to get in there. Why did I never figure out how to get in there? Frog trap. I know I've been in there before, so it has to be... somewhere. Not here, obviously. Oh! Damn it! I keep forgetting that trick about the doors. There. It is purple, and this island is the... it's the square one. The big square one. Boiler, of course. The most notable, let's just note that down. Boiler Island. Okay, so that's Boiler Island. Survey boiler, jungle, temple. I was thinking villager instead of jungle. Temple Island. For the island you appear on? Really? Alright. And spoiler is probably Prisoner Island where Catherine is. I remember hearing the temple room, or the rotating room, was absolute torture because of all of the doors. Oh, bridge is out. I have to see what gold symbol it is. I can't discern. Aha! Orange. Survey Island. There we go. Got it. So I just need jungle and temple, and I do not know what Prisoner Island is. Or Catherine's Island. For some reason I thought I'd seen another clue besides position on map. So I'm headed back downstairs to the observation room, both to collect the information from that one camera, as well as move back to Jungle Island so I can see what the symbol is on the Jungle Island orb or dome. I just noticed the whale tusks decorating the room. Like, how do they have so many whale skulls and tusks to decorate all of Gan's important offices that he's given himself? And yet, there's, as far as anyone can tell, there's only one whale down in the observation room. Whoop. Right, that's Catherine. Oh! I never got that before! It's literally a silhouette of a shadow! Well, I mean, it's not the first silhouette we've seen. We saw a silhouette of the whale made out of the rocks. And again, the orb was part of the eye. And we'd never know what this animal would sound like. So that's the fish. I wonder how many times Gan stared at that and, like I did and not get it. How would the rebels know to actually make a clue that only Gan or his guild could see? Unless he made the camera after in order to determine what the villagers were seeing when they swam out to the orb. Okay, that leaves one more orb. Hopefully I can find that when I get back to the Jungle Island. I have two more. This game is so loud, I swear. I had this turned down to 50%. It's still at 50%. Let's go 40. Okay. Oh, hello. I used to think that rumbling I'm always hearing in this section was like the domes housing the linking books. But is that like the geothermal energy that's causing all the tremors as the place deteriorates? Okay, I can see the symbol right there. It is red. So Jungle Island is red. Jungle Island. Okay. That just leaves Temple Island. I still need to find that last orb. It's gotta be here somewhere. I seriously cannot recall where that last clue is. I legitimately have no idea. Right idea for searching the jungle for it. Okay. I've just been staring at all these images. To no avail. It's an old game, but game design dictates you draw attention to what's important in a subtle manner. Or at least what you want the player to focus on. My brain. Okay. I think sometimes the 3D rendered environment getting flattened made some things thought to be obvious go away. Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's like making an image and not knowing how it's going to turn out until after post. No, that's literally why it is. So it has to be here. Oh. That's what the rumbling is. Got it. Literally geothermals. Stairs leading to the dagger don't look like stairs. This dagger. Oh, holy moly. Yeah, I would have never gotten that. Platypus! Whatever that thing is. And of course it would be that sound. That was the only other sound we were introduced to. It's legitimately not even in the image unless you turn. You can't see it there. You can't see it here. The only way to make it more obvious was to make the odd lighting under the dagger look more natural, but it's literally beside glowing fungus, so your brain doesn't even register, oh, something's a little off here. But given the game's already shipped years ago as is, short of a remake, a remaster like they did with Myst multiple times, I don't see that issue really getting resolved. And I don't think a remaster would really improve the game all that much. Only eyeball that doesn't have a visual cue for the animal. I mean, the frog doesn't have a visual cue either. It's literally just on a wall. And the beetle, unless you really know your topography, you're not going to notice. Oh, it's part of the forest. Or that topography pool. Look at the frog ball from the cave. Okay. Ha! Oh my goodness! Now I see it. That's ridiculous. I honestly, the first time I played through, I thought the only one with a silhouette visual cue was the whale, and that was it. Are we sure this one doesn't have? Yeah, doesn't look like it. That makes me curious about the pool one. Because I didn't see a silhouette in the pool. Well, given that's basically the only obscure thing in this entire game, given in spite of it being a puzzle game, that's still pretty good. It's a bad obscurity to have, but it's lower record than any other. Oh, I see the shape of the beetle! Oh my goodness, I thought this was a topography map the entire time! There's the shell, there's the legs, there's the eye. Oh my goodness. That's ridiculous! So the fish was just a silhouette. The whale was a silhouette and a sound. The frog and the beetle were silhouettes and sound, and the platypus was just a sound. A very distinct sound, mind you, but so were all the others. Okay, time to visit the rebels. The rebels have seemed to set themselves in a little too well, almost. I mean, the prison is literally the entrance to their hideout. Like what? Also, a lot of their tricks are integrated into Gen's quote-unquote improvements with his guild. Is the guild's got, like, insiders behind Gen's back? Okay, let's do this. First is the fish. There. Beetle next. Frog. Nope. That's not quite right. Where's the silhouette? I'm not seeing the right silhouette. Oh, C exit. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. From over here. Yeah, okay. And it just so happened to line up with their... with the, entrance... the back side of the cage, so that probably worked out really well for them. Where's the frog? All these silhouettes aren't quite right. My only guess is this salamander-like thing. Okay, so I got it right. Okay. No, wait, that's right. That's a beetle. That's something else. That's the frog? Looks like more like some weird anteater. But yeah, okay. I can see the silhouette. Even if the head is really small. Platypus. Whale. Whoa! I knew that was coming, but I didn't remember it being that wild looking. It didn't even occur to me that I was underwater. I mean, they've been using heat for this entire time? Or they're using some other methodology that Gen doesn't know of other than heat to control the microbes in the water. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that is way more portable. It's literally just a window over a burned book? A burned book? Are you kidding me? Really? There are so many little details that I actually don't remember from this game. It's honestly nice to be able to look at a proper linking book window. Right. And now is the linking book back. Got it. And here's the next cutscene. Oh, it's him this time. Are they deliberating what to do with me? Deliberating? Nothing new? Guess not. Oh, I can lay back down. Oh, here we go.
Katarina now da saya yapalo. Yapa ay manay yalepo. Miotisay. Bekaretere wira pe yelo kene falapo. Tisay. Why te fulupe?
I linked to Riven a week ago. The smell of the place overwhelmed me moments before I could see anything. With my sight only partially cleared, I stood motionless, peering ahead through a dim veil which was slowly lifting. There was a violent clang and bars appeared. I remember breathing slowly and very deeply, tasting the familiar Riven air, but not recognizing a thing. I must have been hit with the dart right away. I thought it was an insect bite at first. I'm trying to remember it all, but it's difficult, maybe because of the drug. There was a voice, a man I did not recognize stood before me. Rivenese, though he was wearing Denis dress. Okay, so right. In Atrus's notes, Catherine is literally from Riven. Odd that she has an English name when the place literally doesn't even speak English. Okay. Or at least she's been here before. And this is after Gan started altering the place. He seemed to be talking to me, but the poison was already taking effect. A shadow crept in and I fell asleep. Katrin is her native name. Okay. Save game. All right. Nope. What do the villagers call this place? Whenever I read it in Gan's journal, I couldn't quite get it. It looked like moist something. It was weird. Tree Island. Moiety. Your username is literally the... Okay. Okay. Taking effect, a shadow crept in and I fell asleep. Then there were many voices, but I understood none of them. Like hundreds of people whispering, I couldn't wake up. No matter. The dream did end, and now to be here with GTI? GT? Don't know whose that is. It's been so many years. I didn't realize how much I missed here. Like a piece of me that I had forgotten. I'd lost. I'd forgotten I lost. She's beautiful and so full of warmth, but the years have also left her with a wound which was not there when we were children. I do wish she were more inter I do wish she were more interested. I write quickly from my prison. Nilak will return your book, which the Noity intercepted. Moiety intercepted upon your arrival. After questioning her, I've concluded that it was written by Atris for a very specific purpose. Gen will despise to use it, although he may have suspicions. I'm not sure I'm reading that word right. If you can find my prison, you will still need the combination to release me. Gen keeps it in his office. Then I assume we're to signal Atreus. I think I know how it might be done, but don't signal him before I am released. Catherine. I can't read that one page, can I? Oh no, it's just tucked up at the top. Okay. It seems like asking all the questions. It's awkward. No one asks me where I've been or what I've been doing. This hurts, but I understand it. Their beliefs are out of ignorance and oppression. They are a gentle people, but they've had their nest destroyed, and now they frantically cling to anything that might save them. But why have they chosen to cling to me? I'm confused. As a child, I always felt out of place here. I never belonged. They misunderstood me, and I couldn't relate to them. But now I'm overwhelmed by an intense feeling that I owe everything to them in this place. I thought I would never see them again, and yet I'm here. I've been given this second chance, but a second chance at what? Saving them? Fulfilling their prophecies? Being their savior? Okay, I do not understand those scribblings. What did she cross out? Moiety, Atris would want me to chronicle all that I've learned. I can at least record some of it. It seems that when Atris and I trapped Gen on Riven many years ago, our efforts were witnessed by most of the inhabitants here. 2 of the Rivenese even witnessed the confrontation with Gen at the fissure where I linked back to Myst and where Atris threw himself into the abyss. Of course, they understood little of what they were seeing, but they somehow were able to guess that we had won. That Gen was no god at all, but only a fickle impostor, a false god, and that we had trapped him here on Riven. I always hoped they would deduce this simple truth, but their further conclusions have astonished me. Atris had stripped Gen of his power, therefore Atris must be a true god. As a god, he was choosing me, the spirited misfit from a Rivenese womb, to be his wife. I was transcending into deity and would lord over Riven forever. Okay, so they literally. Okay. Wow. Thus, the Moiety, as they called themselves, were born. A a dissident society, sworn enemies of Gen. I did not know of their beliefs regarding Atris and myself until 2 days ago. Gati was, for some reason, hesitant to tell me. I can't figure out why. I know she doesn't believe these things. Of course, everyone she assumed that I would be aware of my own god status. Of course, everyone she assumed that I would be aware of my own god status, so they made no effort to inform me. I only realized it at a recent gathering to which I was invited. I sat at the front of a dimly lit and crowded cave as they told a mythical story of my own life, acting out the battle between Atris, myself, and Gan at the edge of the fissure. The events had been exaggerated into grandiose proportions. It was offensive, but I was unable to stop it. I was unable to break the illusion, which is the very foundation of their hope and purpose, which has given them courage to band together and rebel against Gen. Since then, I've learned of other doctrines and beliefs that have evolved, the most disturbing of which is that the conviction that one day I would return to Riven to free them. Some believe that I will overthrow Gen, others believe that I will bring them to paradise. I don't know how to deal with this. I fight it myself. I love these people, my only real kindred, but they will not love me as an equal, which hurts me. I would rather be their slave than their master. Over the years, as Gen's power has become greater and greater, the moiety's number have grown, and they have become more and more adept at hiding themselves. They now live in a complex network of now live in a complex network of I don't know what that word is, that he still has not discovered. The moiety, for the most part, have completely severed their relationship with any of the Rivenese that chose against joining them. But I hope they're not sacrificed ritual lambs in order to remove the cancer. Gen, Father, and Grant are still on the surface in Gen's domains. That's not Gen, that's Gren, Father, and Grant. And I long to see them, but dimness shrouds Gati's face every time I've mentioned them. Since this break took place, they have interfered with the surface in superficial ways, occasionally sabotaging one of Gen's constructions, or stealing food from the villagers. They wear strange masks and costumes during their short forays to the island's surface, and take this regalia very seriously, refusing to be seen by anyone outside of the moiety unless they are purposely I can't read that. They get much pleasure out of the fact that those on the surface are frightened by these costumes, calling them evil spirits or ghosts. It was during one of these expeditions that they fortuitously rescued me from one of Gen's guards when I first appeared on the island. Otherwise, I'm sure I would have been delivered to Gen immediately. I have no doubt that he's now searching for me. Of course, I am now aware that I was fooled. Atris is not here. I was at first devastated devastated by this realization. Wait, she was somehow fooled into thinking Atris was back on Riven? By her sons! Oh my goodness. Of course. Now I am thankful. He would be in extreme peril here. Also, there is a quiet inner voice, an echoing remnant that wants him far away. I have just witnessed an age dying, gasping its last breath. Today I ventured to the surface to see what has become of this island. I hoped it would not be as bad as the moiety had reported. It was worse. They have become slowly accustomed to its steady decay, but I was devastated. The lips from which the kiss is wrought has fallen, words will fall cold beneath. The womb from which the cry released has suffered hurt, will suffer death. To get to the surface, we had to travel through a complex series of doors and passages. Before the last of these doors, they offered me a weapon, which I accepted, and then a mask. I held the mask in my hands for a while, wondering what sort of terror it might invoke in those members of my family who still live on the surface. But I also knew I must keep my identity hidden from Gen's ever-vigilant eye. So I accept it as well. Then, together we swam a short expanse and emerged out of the surface of the ocean under a rocky overhang. The harsh sunlight made my eyes sting, but the fresh, rich air was exhilarating after these past weeks in the dank cave. The two men with me were silent, communicating only with hand signals. The three of us emerged from one hiding place and made our way to the top of the plateau. At the edge of a thick and overgrown area of the forest, they stopped, peered through the foliage for a moment, and then turned to me as if awaiting my command. But I could not respond. In fact, I found it difficult to move. I was smelling, hearing, and breathing my youth. This swept over me in a matter of seconds, but in seconds more, all feeling was gone. There was a numbness. We did not stay long on the surface, but it was long enough to see the worst. Riven, which was once one island, has split apart into 5 distinct pieces, about half a mile apart. 4 of these have been claimed by Gen as his exclusive domain. Only his ministers and personal militia are ever allowed to access them. From my vantage point at the edge of the forest, I could see 3 of these islands. They are stripped of their former beauty and are riddled with Gen's self-absorbed constructions. The moiety rarely visit these closely guarded places. There is another island which I could not see, as it had evidently crept away to a terrific distance. The moiety are very unclear as to what exists on this island, except for the fact that they know it is where the great tree used to exist. The great tree that we're currently in? The forest is located on the island that the surface dwellers and the moiety still refer to as Riven. But they also still refer to their entire world as Riven. This island is where the village is, which has changed dramatically. It is also the one remaining province of the people, though Gen's influence can be seen everywhere. Okay. So that's Temple Island, Survey Island, Forest Island. Where's the Boiler Island? Oh, the Boiler Island is connected to the Temple Island by a bridge, of course. The connection between the Forest Island to the Boiler Island was not intended to be used for people. It was intended to be used for, like, wood to be fed into the chipper. Of course, I know the reason for the fracturing of the island. The moiety do not. Gen wrote this place, and it will die, as all of Gen's ages eventually die. I feel nothing today. I am nothing. I live in a cave on a dying world, inhabited by people that... They are treating me so strangely. They don't know how to relate to a god. I'm still an outcast here. They whisper amongst themselves, talking of my bravery during my excursion to the surface, how I walked across the island, bold and unafraid. They don't know me. Even Gati is uncomfortable around me. At times there is no awkwardness, and I am only Katrin to her. But at other times I am something else. I am afraid. There's such a great numbness inside me. Today I do not feel closeness with my people, neither am I offended by their worship of me. I do not hate Gen. I don't feel anything. I'm not even sure of... At least Neela is still close. Okay, that's the 5-star that Gen's obsessed with. I am bailing. Gen is making and writing books. I wish they had told me sooner. Atris should have realized this would happen. Of course, Gen would have written all of the material. Of course, Gen would have written all of the materials necessary to the Denis craft of making books into this age, and probably every other age he has ever wrote. He is attempting to write his way out of here. We did not imprison him, we only delayed him. This age has become his factory, and the people here his machines. All before in his... All... Not sure what that word is. In his mad pursuit to become a god. To carry on his noble Denis cause. So far, he has not been able to produce a fully functioning book. Fully functional book. Atris has never believed in destiny, but I don't know what else to call it. It's too perfect. It's too much of a coincidence. They hang on to my every word, though they do not understand them. I am their hope, and now I have returned. I owe this to them. There is no choice. There is no choice. Okay. So that's the Fissure Observatory. I currently do not have that turned on. I thought it was powering something else, so I turned it back off. But it was just releasing steam all that time, so I could have just kept it powered on. It's been a long time since my last entry. It is hard to recognize, but I have found the Star Fissure. It is located on the island which the Rivenese called Alapo, meaning water pool, but which is referred to by the moiety as Alatuan, meaning pool of stars. Having once allowed Atris to scope this age without leaving an open door behind us, it has since been sealed with a skin of heavy iron. A crude telescope has been mounted over a locked viewport, the combination to which was acquired by moiety before my arrival. 24224. In the early days, the moiety seeking an escape from Riven briefly pursued the idea of reopening the fissure. They discovered a small mechanical stop to prevent the scope from hitting the portal window. Ultimately, however, they decided against opening it. I hate to think what would have happened to them if they had not left it alone. I've instructed them to stay away from it. I'm almost certain with the decayed state of the islands, opening the fissure would be disastrous. I've heard that in the days immediately following Gen's confinement on Riven, he attempted to determine the feasibility of navigating the stars beneath the fissure, for he had seen the Myst book fall from Atreus' hands into that very same space. To this end, he would have people, alleged transgressors of the law, thrown into it so that he could observe their fate. The telescope which still stands there is one he had built for callous experiments. It is said they did not die, but what became of them remains a mystery. It appears the limits of Gen's options prevented him from learning their fate. The limits of Gen's optics prevented him from learning their fate. The starfield beneath the fissure is not as it seems. It is a gentle space, as hospitable to life as a flowing river. This is how Atreus explained it, after he had fallen into it. But much more than that, we've never understood, and we were never able to conclude upon its origins. But the visions tell me that it was born out of the will of the Maker, perhaps for some greater purpose that we cannot yet understand. I still remember Atreus' words from his journal. I realized the moment I fell into the fissure that the book would not be destroyed as I had planned. It continued falling into the starry expanse. That's the start of the Mist Monologue. There must be some greater reason behind it. Does that mean... No. There couldn't be. Gen was doing his experiments with the Starfisher after by throwing people in. I couldn't be one of, like, the Rivenese. Unless the other Rivenese recognized me and saw me as one of their own and tried speaking to me in their language, even though as a player, we do not understand them at all. We were just a person down in the starry expanse. Even Atreus called us old friend or my friend, depending on which game you're playing. And yet we're just some disembodied stranger as the player. We don't know what we look like. And there must be some greater reason behind it. I neglected to mention it earlier. The unique shape of one of the great daggers which appeared during an escape from Riven, the very dagger that stands vertically at one end of the Adatwan, has been adapted by the Moiety as the symbol of their cause. Right, the dagger at the end of the Starfisher, right where we start. That big one. It is a sacred symbol for them. It is the representation of all of their doctrine and their representation of me. To deface this symbol is sacrilege. They have their own mythical explanations regarding its sudden origins. I haven't told them that I wrote into this age along with all the other daggers. I wrote it into this age along with all the other daggers. Why did she write it in? Does it have some sort of purpose in stabilizing the age? It's strange how such a young religion can be so unbending, even to their own god. I have tried to dissuade them of the notion that symbols contain so much power. The enemy uses this paranoia against them. They are fearful of Gen's symbol and are terrified by symbolic use of the word wank. I don't know. But they don't want to hear this from me. Perhaps my attempts have caused some of the younger members of the moiety to doubt that I am Catherine. My rare encounters with those who say they follow Gen have been discouraging. I have helped to have some communication with the surface villagers, but they always flee from me. I had hoped to have some communication with the surface villagers. I have heard news of some of the villagers' belief regarding Yen. Some after we trapped Gen on Soon after we trapped Gen on Riven, he claimed that he was responsible for the daggers, placing them around the island as reminders of their failure. In the village circles, it is told that this was a punitive act performed by Gen to mark the beginning of a period of restitution, at the end of which, if they have proven their devotion to him, they will be delivered onto a new and better existence. Right, because Gen wants to write another world, and he's going to take the people with him to try and rebuild Denis. I will continue to try to reach them. The doors get open. Gen is free. What? Gen has the ability to create working books. In fact, he has written one age before I arrived, but has kept this accomplishment so well hidden that only his closest ministers were aware until now. I'm not sure. Perhaps he has written other news a few years ago before the moiety were forced into hiding. One of them managed to steal what appeared to be a test book that Gen had intended to destroy. It had been partially written, but did not work. They didn't tell me about it until now because they thought it was useless. So we're in another age right now. That makes so much sense. That tree looks nothing like any of the others. And every age is, in and of itself, often an island. Up until some of the later games in the series. A single island. It's just that this one was originally one island, one very big island, that split. They didn't tell me about it until now because of they thought it was useless. Back then, none of Gen's books worked, but instead of correcting the problem at its source, he blamed it on the impure wood of the Riven forest and proceeded to engineer a cumbersome mechanical remedy, a complex series of domes to heal his book's incoherent flaws. One of the consequences of this crude solution, however, is that the domes demanded huge amounts of energy, and the related problems delayed his success for quite some time. At last, however, he finished his work and was finally able to link to an age, but he kept his success extremely well hidden. However, for some reason or another, belligerent pride, he made modifications to the domes which make it obvious that his using the domes to breathe life into his half-dead books. Using the domes to breathe life into his half-dead books. Perhaps his means to lure us into using the books in the domes. He can't believe that we would kindly swallow this suicidal fact, but he wouldn't know that we have one of his books, the stolen burnt book. There's a possibility of scratched out. Have read burnt book. Age it describes would be unsuitable as a new home for the moiety, must be modified. I will dream. Have requested a group to solve combination that will open the domes. Once open, we can power the burnt book. I do not think Gen will interfere. He will leave the bait. Okay, so she's fixing this age. Have begun writing the moiety's age. Must acquire second book from Gen. There is tension. A strain blurs my vision, and nightmares. Neela and Gati stay close. Okay, that's Gen. That's the dagger. There's a starfisher. Much has happened. Almost everything is prepared. We have stolen another book, but I am concerned. Gen will miss it. We have also discovered the combinations for entering the domes, but have not discovered the method for powering them. By powering our one burnt book with Gen's domes, we will be able to link to this age, but we will only have access to the domes for a short of time. For a short of time before we are discovered, therefore, we can only use the domes once. I must find another way to make the books work. The gateway images in Gen's books and our burnt book all seem to share the same sickness. If they are not powered, the images are black. It might be possible to clear the vision with only... She leaves the thought blank. And this is where she invents the tablet? Will units substance into the moiety age. Will write substance into the moiety age. All is ready. Now all we can do is wait for word from the moiety age. That's not an A. Okay, it's a title. Probably for the scouts, who are on the lookout for Gen to power and use the domes. When he does that, we'll have access to one of Gen's domes just long enough. After linking to the age which I've written, I only have to locate the book window substance and refine it or adapt it. So she literally wrote her solution into the book for that portable solution to power Gen's broken books. Those frames. That mineral. Laying this window over the gateway image should heal the books and make them work. This will allow me to use the second stolen book and to return to Riven with more of the book windows. We will then no longer have to rely on Gen's clumsy domes. I laugh at these plans. I sound like Atris. I'm risking my life, but I feel no fear, only anxiety. Perhaps it is the source of my nightmares. The fissure, like a great wound, is opened. It stains the Riven soil with blood. I hold the moiety knife. The voices grow so loud. For their part, the moiety have complete faith that I will accomplish my task and lead them to a better world. It is the fulfillment of their prophecy, but they are also fearful and tense. They don't know what they will think or do if I fail. It is done. It seems too good to be true. I feel like it is all still a dream. We have already evacuated all of the moiety to this new age. It is beautiful and I am pleased. At last my people will live in safety and comfort. They stand under the bare sky, unafraid and dazzled by their freedom. They are happy. I have named it Tay. So the age is the Tay. Moiety is divergent group of people. There's still much to be done. We are not protected yet. The only way to completely safeguard this place is to destroy the book which links to here from Riven. But I do not even know how to bring this up to the moiety. They will be extremely reluctant about destroying their only link to Riven. I share this hesitation. I would be cutting off my only connection, but for their sake, it must be done. I am anxious to know if our activities here have aroused again suspicions. If so, we must act quickly. Even so, I feel that we are impregnable, like we can't be broken into. Tomorrow I'll return to Riven, see Gen's reaction for myself, but tonight I finally rest.
Sirapo. Ibuko mo buko wisipo. Na vene. Tapo mo revene beno. Now, Katerina ne. Wisifa polo yai sepe yai.
So she's asking me to save Catherine. And that wasn't Gitty, it was Etty. Her name is Etty. Of course, they would use his 5-star symbol to signify him. Now, I have 2 more domes to visit. Chungalai Survey Island. No, 1 more dome. I can't visit the last dome. I have to guess which one it is by the last Uh-oh. Oh. I was worried that was going to close around me for some reason. Okay. Temple Island. Temple Island is the last one. Okay, green. Green is Temple Island. Nope. So yellow or blue is Catherine's. The World Tree Island? Hello. You familiar with this game? It's a pretty old one. Moitzi is much more familiar, but it's going good. I'm reaching the end of it pretty soon, I think. If I remember correctly. Yeah, you played it recently? Yeah. It's an old one, but it's a good one. Okay. Jungle Island is red. Goes there. Survey Island is orange. It goes there. Temple Island is green. It goes there. Boiler Island is purple. It goes there. And then the World Tree Island is either yellow or blue. And it goes there. Hmm? There's clearly something I do not understand about this puzzle. Oh, re-experience the game? Yeah, I've played it before, but I don't remember everything. When my dad got it, it was as the original 5-disc set, where practically each island was its own disc. Although seeing the integration of lore into the 5 slipcovers with the Gen's self-aggrandizing images was fun. Okay, do I have this wrong? Do I have the symbology wrong for the colors? Maybe I have the order wrong. It wasn't so difficult to switch until late game because you'd be switching between islands rapidly. Most connections were fine. Exploring the entire island any entire island was absolutely no problem. If anything, it kind of helped feel like a transition, a difference between spaces, because you literally just took the bridge or one of the trams or the wood carts to go to any one of the other islands. And honestly, the wonder was so overwhelming and fun, it was kind of hard not to stick with it. Okay. What if I got this order wrong? What if purple is red and vice versa, and everything else in between? So that means Jungle Island would be purple. This is Jungle Island. So here. Temple Island would be yellow. Goes here. Survey Island would be blue. Goes here. Jungle Island. We already did Jungle Island. Boiler Island would be red. Yeah, it really did. And then guesswork. This one? No. This one? No. What am I doing wrong here? I'm sure I got the dome symbols right. I'm not sure I got the colors right. But they were the symbols were written in this order. The cat eye, the closed eye, the human eye, the empty atomic symbol, the lizard eye, and then the bisected circle. What am I doing wrong here? Button. Oh. So I've just been putting these on without doing the whole test. So let's go with my first solution with Jungle Island being red. Jungle Island is... Nope. That's not right. There. Survey Island, orange. There. Temple Island, green. There. Purple Boiler Island is there. And then put that there. That can't be right. Blue. And it's there. Is this solution right? No. No, it's not. Come on. All right. Now we're flipping it again. Okay, purple. There. For Jungle Island. Survey Island is blue. There. Temple Island is yellow. There. Purple, Boiler Island is red. There. Last one goes there. Test that. Still nothing. What am I missing? Is there a change down in the dome below? Change that with this one. All the symbols on the domes correspond with symbols in Gen's notes about a Denis color system, a 6-color system. Although he wanted to relate it to 5. So that's all the eye-looking symbols and stuff. And I'm trying to match that to the line of very specific colors, starting with red and ending in purple, to try and figure out, okay, what color is what symbol? That's why I went around to all the 4 islands I can access and went like, okay, this dome has this symbol as the release. This dome has that symbol as the release. I'm pretty sure I got them all correct. Yeah, fairly certain I got them all correct, and they're all open right now. Not to mention, I got the whole map of the grid off of the survey island and determined, okay, which section and subsection is the dome in? In what way is the grid oriented? Unless I'm just missing something and I'm supposed to be going inside there every time I do this to access, I don't know, the center console. Let's try and figure out, okay, this stuff is right or this stuff is wrong. I don't know the color that fits each symbol, so I'm guessing based on the order that the colors are in when I go up there and the order the symbols were written in Gen's book. Right now they're reversed, and the last color is a guess. Unless there was something I missed reading while going through Gen's book that said, okay, this is this color, this is that color, this is that color. Which means it'd likely be worth a revisit. Okay, that's the center console. I don't see a way to get there. Or if that was even originally the intention to get there. Uh, okay, let's take a look at Gen's book again. I'm still attempting to determine how the Denis color symbology reflects this superior design principle. Although superficially it is based on a 6-color system, I'm convinced that there has to be a deeper connection to 5. I will continue to investigate. And there's the 6 symbols. I don't know. Not really. If that is somewhere, I missed it. Oh. I knew there was a way to skip past animations, but I didn't remember what it was. Because escape is for the menu. Another place where the symbols pop up. Another place where the symbols pop up. Trying to think where on any of the islands I've seen use of color. I'm legitimately drawing a blank. Can't think of anywhere on the forest island. Temple Island, maybe? This will lead back to Forest Island. Use of color. Use of color. You're right. It's escape. The classroom? The only other place I could think of that information would be the classroom. That's where we learn the number system. Did we learn anything else from the classroom? A lettering system. The whale depicted everywhere. The sacrifice counting game. Oh. Probably not this.
Terekoi danni, ki bayem revat, alroyem beetig tavom, ga bodona gayem.
Dictator.
Ram.
So it's recorded propaganda. Got it. Not seeing any clues for color. legitimately have not seen the color system anywhere yet. Other than Gen's notebook. And his domes. I know where it is! Survey Island, in the observation room. I remember those lights. Quickest way to Survey Island is... trying to draw a mental map of the connections between the islands. Boiler Room, Survey... Boiler Island, Survey Island, or Temple Island, Survey Island. It's the same either way. I gotta go through 2 islands. Because I can't access the connection from Forest Island to Survey Island backwards. It's a one-way trip after you leave the depiction of the whale that opens up its maw. Okay, they are as follows. This one is red. So I was right, that was red. This must be purple. It is dark. It is dark. It's broken off. He must have really not liked that color. Blue. That's right. Green. That's right. Yellow. That's right. I had the order right the entire time. That's orange, and we're back to red. So I had it right the entire time. Although it's nice to get some confirmation. Do I have the places correct? Is that what was wrong? Okay, that leads back to forest. Okay, so I had the colors right the first time. They are in the order they're supposed to be in. What was I doing wrong? What wasn't I getting? Somehow, knowing Gen, he would take the fact that the whale snapped off purple to be like this significance of a deeper 5 color system in the 6 color system. Okay. Time to review all these islands to see if I got them all right. The divot is there. So that one should be right for Boiler Island. Except there's the plateau for... Okay, yeah, there's the plateau for his research building. Which means this should be the corner No. The pathway goes there. Gen's research building is here. The trap room is like right there. So it follows the underground passageway leading to the open divot. That's where the dome is. So that is correct. I have that in the right quadrant and the right section on my map. So this one is Temple Island. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I got that right. There's the dome right there. In the top right-hand corner of this section. Left hand, pardon me. Survey Island. And obviously, Survey Island, we start at the top of the L when we enter it. And the dome is right after the bend, because we could literally turn left before the topography room and see it right there. So it's literally right over there. One, two. Yeah, I got that right. Yep. Jungle Island. This one is in the forest, but it doesn't depict trees, just land features. Aside from the construction of the dome. Which is right there. And I got the wrong corner for it. I have the wrong corner. I went for the left, not the right. Ah, come on, pen. Work for me here. There we go. That's what I got wrong. I had marked this on my map, not this. And for good measure, Catherine's Island, or the World Tree Island, as I presume it's called, because that was in her notes. Yeah, that's correct. I've probably made that mistake in my previous playthroughs as well. I'm pretty sure I have. Now, I think the fastest way back is to go back to Boiler Island and then take the bridge to Temple, Giant Dome. The colors were right. That one location was wrong. The last color I'll have to guess. So, I know for sure the order of the colors now. Ah. Red goes there. So next is Survey Island, orange. There. Temple Island, green. There. Boiler Island, purple. There. And then let's guess yellow for... Yeah. Gotta be yellow. Rather than purple being smashed, blue was the only one the whale does not respond to. Maybe because it can't see it. That should be all the correct positions. Nothing. This with this. Whoop. Hey! Now that is an exclamation of success. Hey, the colors are all back. Hmm? Right, it's not powered. Oh well. I would have thought something down here would have changed. Maybe I wasn't supposed to look down there next. I was supposed to do something else. Lift the thing back up. Wait, I know the purpose of that puzzle. The giant dome powers all of the smaller domes. That's why. That's why there's a massive pipe of geothermal energy going to all 5 islands. Right. That didn't change anything. Okay, I'll have to reset it. There. 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 And there. Okay. It's powered again. Now I have to figure out the code. Is it... Nope, don't use that. I am boiling. I am... Huh. Okay. Hmm. Wait. I wrote down this combination before. 2, 5, 10, 14, 32. That was in his book. That was in Gen's book. I bet that's it. And it's the same for all of them. So even if I could have accessed them without solving the temple puzzle, it's not going to be powered. $32. So this is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Nope. I need to revisit Gen's office. Eh. Access system to all of the domes. 2, 5, 10, 14. I assumed that the 3 turned on its side was 30. No. $15. 16. Is it 16? Is the 3 turned on its side 16? Plus 2. 18. No. That doesn't make any sense. 19. 20. So this is 10 and 4, so 14. If you replace the 4 with a 5, it'd be 15. Normally you'd be working with 5 plus the previous 4 digits to get up to 19. And yet, here we have 22. 22. Yeah. 22. So 20, 22, 14, 10, 5, 2. No? Come on. 2, 5, 10, 14, 22. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Try 23. Okay, my brain. 3 turned 45 degrees is 20 plus 2, 22. What am I not getting? Well, 5 is a rotation of 1, 45 degrees. 10 is a rotation of 2, 45 degrees. Everything between 6 and 9 is the digit for 5 plus the previous 4 digits added in. Same with 10 going up to 15. And then I assume it's... Is 3 turned on its side actually just... 15? So... 17, 14, 10, 5, 2. Well, I'd imagine 15 would be the symbol for 10, which is 2 on its side, and the symbol for 5, which is 1 on its side, and that would be 15. What? Oh! That's what you get when you combine in your mind a base 5 system and a base 10 system. I got it wrong. It's not 22, it's 17. And then 15 would be 3 sideways. Yeah. Wait, what? You just contradicted yourself. 3 sideways is 15 and 3 sideways is 20. 4 sideways is 20. So, by that logic, we are looking at 9 and 8. 98. He's combining a base 5 system into, effectively, symbols for a base 10 system. Whoa. Here we go. This guy has an absolute obsession with 5s. There's a 1 symbol here. 5th age. Okay. That's Catherine's Island. That's jungle. Survey. Boiler. Temple. I would have expected to see Gan at this point. Oh. Hello. There's literally a doorbell in the cage.
I apologize for the cage. I'm afraid this situation has often required of me a more primitive code of conduct than I might otherwise have chosen. I am Gen. I assume you've heard of me. Yes. Well, I suspect you have acquired some false information of who I am now. Not that my son would have lied to you about me. No, not Atris. It's just that, well, I'm sure he believes me to still be the depraved father I once was. Yes. I even tried to kill him once. God, if I had accomplished that, who knows what I would have become. A great father indeed, who tries to murder his own son. Thankfully, he trapped me on age 5, a prison of my own creation. No books, no precious inks, no ages to link to, nothing but my own foolish ambitions. That was 30 years ago. 30 years, 30 lifetimes, what does it matter? No sentence could be too harsh for the man I was. But I have changed. To be sure, the deeds of my past can never be completely atoned for, but my mission was an honorable one. I'm sorry, this is all a bit awkward. It's been a long time since I've attempted to persuade anyone of my intentions. Most of the people here have already made their minds up about me one way or another. I myself do not trust the words of most men, so I don't expect you to believe me. In the end, though, you may discover that I do have more than mere words to offer. Atris's choice of punishment has been hard on the people of Riven, and many have suffered because of it. The island has been steadily decaying for years, but according to my most recent measurements, it appears that the 5th age has entered its final days. Unless the villagers can be relocated soon, the island will collapse entirely and everyone will perish. It has taken me a long time to do it, but it appears that finally I'll be able to make some substantial amends to my past transgressions, especially in... Well, I'm afraid I've had some trouble with Catherine and the moiety. In any society, there will always be a small percentage of the population with rebellious tendencies. Before Catherine appeared, the moiety, as they call themselves, had been relatively harmless. I mean, the natives here are a fairly violent people by nature, but I'd almost come to accept their presence. It seemed inevitable under the circumstances. Upon Catherine's return, however, their violence intensified considerably. It seems she's become some sort of religious savior to them. And as far as I can tell, she's come to believe this herself. So I've had no alternative. I had to separate her from her people. I must admit, though, that my concerns were not entirely for her safety alone. The actions of Catherine and the moiety have put my own life at risk on numerous occasions. Consequently, the lives of all the people here. Therefore, I must ask you to refrain from any attempt to free her. Although I'm sure Atreus desires it. Indeed, he must desire it with all his heart. But he is completely unaware of her recent state. Which brings me to the point of all of this. The linking book you brought with you. You're very fortunate to have recovered it. If I may. Thank you. Perhaps it would be best if you went through first.
Okay. Nice. We got him. Hey. He hasn't named this age. Okay, his smoking pipe. Really, dude? A bone garnish? Gross. This looks like the beetles in the temple room, the rotating room. Ah, to burn his failures, I presume. Either that or he's generating energy. It's generating energy. Catherine's Island. And the symbol is indeed blue. There's no more world tree. It's all cut down. I don't...
Yafe Adika. You made it. But how'd you get past? You have to get me out of here. If Gen gets the linking book to Dunny, he'll kill Atris. Gen's people may be watching us. The combination to the elevator is somewhere in Gen's office. Be careful. Go then. If you won't help me, then I have nothing more to say.
Okay. The question is Gen's office on the Boiler Island or Gen's office in the other age? The 98th. You know what? Given the base 5 system, Gen invented the numbering system, didn't he? Even though he's using it wrong in his own notes. And sometimes. Why is there a light source from above? Oh ho! Forgot about this. Okay. To gain love, I dedicate myself to the... Wait, is this Gen and his wife? Not the grandparents? I'm gonna have to remember that. 86-9-29. I start this latest journal with astounding news. Catherine has returned to the Fifth Age, and though it sets my teeth on edge to say it, she is also vanished as quickly as she appeared, stolen from me by the rebels. As my guard tells it, she linked into the Fissure Plateau cage, as I guessed, when suddenly he was set upon by a band of rebels who darted him and spirited her away. I suspect the truth of the matter was that he was dumbfounded at actually witnessing someone link in after all this time, that he presented an easy target for whichever rebel had happened by at that moment. The damnable luck of it. He did get a good enough look at her, though, to verify that it was indeed Catherine. He also claims that he inspected all of her belongings and found no linking book on her person. A fact which, if true, makes the question of why she returned here all the more puzzling. While I am sick with frustration at having lost the only quarry that Cage has ever caught, I am also filled with hope. She may yet provide me with a way back to Denis. It is true that I have managed, despite overwhelming odds, to break free of the confines of the Fifth Age and resume my mission to save my culture from extinction. But I fear that unless I am able to gain access to the vast resources that lie in the city's ruins, the task of reconstructing that great civilization will be impossible. If Catherine did bring back a linking book with her, then I am halfway there. If not, then she is trapped in the Fifth Age, and I can assume that my emotionally crippled son will soon be along to rescue her. Either way, it is crucial to my plans that I find her soon. Her presence here now forces me to take the rebels more seriously. I should never have permitted them to survive this long. 86-10-5. Once again, the great Wark has demonstrated its usefulness to me. This past week, the villagers have been most difficult to manage. Apparently, they have learned of Catherine's arrival, and their fear of this mythic beast has been all that has kept them in line. Had I known how truly useful this prodigious creature would have proved to be, I would have perhaps captured more of them while the local population was still plentiful. Although, to be sure, if these disturbances continue, my current pets will soon be in no danger of perishing for lack of nourishment. 86-10-13. The search for Catherine continues. I now deeply regret my mistake of having ever taught these primitive people anything at all about the books. It seems that with each passing day, I more sorely realize the extent to which they were not ready for that knowledge, not even in the simplified manner in which I had presented it to them. Their minds, adapted only to the exceptionally menial task of village life, were incapable of comprehending the art in all its complexity, and thus were unable to extract the essential underlying principles that are, ironically, so elegantly simple. It is obvious that much of the discord that exists between us stems from their failure to grasp the full meaning of the information I gave them. If they'd been able to gain even the smallest glimpse of the future I'd planned for them, then this conflict would not exist. The minds of children are much more malleable. With the proper instruction, they have developed a more appropriate posture towards the culture that gave them their lives. At times, they take to it almost as if they had a bit of Denis blood in them. Given the natives' inborn limitations, however, I am quite careful that none gain a level of understanding that would permit them to sin against their future the way that Catherine did. How foolish I was to think that she could contain such knowledge responsibly, when I was quite clear that my own son could not. Atreus, still he remains one of the greatest disappointments of my life. I should have never left him with my mother. By the time I returned for him, he had already been poisoned as to all thoughts of Denis. Perhaps it was the only way that she could rationalize the fact that she had been responsible for the collapse of their civilization. So much destruction, so many great lives lost. The guilt must have been unbearable. I do have vague recollections of the love she had for my father, and for our world, but ultimately she was an outsider whose ignorance of the Denis became the catalyst for their demise. If I am able to rebuild our culture and in this process correct such crucial weaknesses, then perhaps what she did was ultimately necessary, in order that a new era of prosperity might someday come to pass. 87:14. These last few weeks I have found myself frequently beset by images from the past. As I stood in the schoolroom today, I was reminded of my own childhood, the years I spent in the Bookmakers Guild. Father's immense pride at each of my small accomplishments there. He was an important man in the Denis world, but I can't bear to think of him for long. It's too much. I was too young to see such a thing. 87:28. I've got her. Late last night I received word that Catherine was in the village attempting to persuade the people to join her. I lost 2 good men in the process, but I would have paid 100 times that number for such a prize. She's been taken to the prison island, where I've been attempting prison island. Note that down. Prison Island. Formerly the World Tree. Before it was used for, quite frankly, mulch. And probably paper. She's been taken to the prison island, where I've been attempting to gain some insight as to the reason for her presence here. I've had to fight all but the constant impulse to put her in the gallows. She has adopted the most infuriating stance of only answering my questions, when she answers them at all, in her native tongue. Even so, she is a poor liar. I am now quite certain that her return to Riven was unintentional, and that she brought no linking book with her. As far as her unwillingness to share with me the location of the moiety, we shall see. Without their leader, however, they are once again powerless against me. If Catherine's coming here was indeed an accident, then Atreus is bound to come for her. That is a given. The question I must now consider is, how will he do it? It is likely his hesitation has been due, at least in part, to this dilemma. One way or another, though, he'll have to bring a linking book to get back to Denis. There's no other way. 87:620. It's late and I cannot sleep. I've lost so much in my life. My people, my father, my son, and you, my wife, Keta. You were the only true kindness I have ever known. Watching you flicker there in the images, I sometimes wonder if you were real. If I could restore your life with my pen, I would do so in an instant, and leave the rest of the world to their own wretched fate. 87:730. Damn these savages! I would be well advised to leave them all in the 5th age and begin again with a clean sheet of paper. A stranger has arrived on Riven, with a linking book to Denis, and once again my useless minion was overtaken by the rebels. From what little I could decipher from his muddled explanation, it apparently occurred sometime this morning. The cage has been damaged, but it is no matter. Everything I need is here now. Atreus is certainly behind this. Yet how could he be so foolish as to send someone here with a linking book? Such blatancy is unlike him. Could it be that he has had a change of heart? After all these years, is he finally letting his poor old father go? No, he's only after one thing. Perhaps he should find her. For now, I need only wait and observe.
Natsu? Shima? Shorate. Mata neta.
That must be Keta.
Tagamem. San botegan shem. Fasi.
Okay. I have to listen to that toy again. And... tick, ding, tick, tick.
We have to move quickly. Gen's people may already know what's happening. Once we're back with the moiety, we'll have time to regroup. Can I see the book? You did it. We're all free. You captured Gen. But there's still his followers. I'm not sure what they'll do once they realize he's gone. I'll have to get the villagers to safety as soon as possible. You go back to the Temple Island and reopen the fissure. I know it's risky, but it's the only way to signal Atreus. I'll try to make it back there as soon as I can, but don't wait for me. Don't forget, the portal combination's in my journal. Good luck.
Portal combination is in her journal. Oh, yes. 24224. Porthole, not portal. So presumably she knew the combination because of the moiety observing Gen, as far as I can understand. Huh? The cage is back up. Why? Oh. I think she ripped all the pages. I kind of wanted to take a look at the animations first. Of course she would rip the pages so the followers couldn't travel around willy-nilly. That's unfortunate. I really wanted to see those animations. I'll have to reload a previous save in order to do that. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, it makes sense. If you're not alone, you wouldn't necessarily be able to travel freely. So they're literally making the end game the only option to travel to. Okay, 2, 4, 2, 2, 4. Don't think the images change. Nope. Not at all. This is it. It's clearer. Okay, what's preventing this? I don't remember this part. What did I do to make it shatter? I think I need to go around and increase the geothermal pressure. So this one down. The other one's already down. Those are the only three I can access on this island anyways. Nope. Yep. I'm so close. It's just one action away. What am I missing? Yeah, it appears there's no calling trams, so it's just this island. So this should have everything I need. So what am I missing? Right, there's no lever here. Okay, it's down. If I put it up. Yep, up. Hmm. Wait. Small ones don't matter. And that's sealed. Even though I literally just came from there? What? The only way I can unseal is from the other side. Come on. So what am I missing? What am I missing? Nope. What am I missing? Not seeing anything else in the clues. Oh, come on. Okay. I don't get it. I just thought I had to keep going down till it put enough pressure and shatters the thing. But that's literally the bottom. Oh. There we go. How do they plan on evacuating that many people in such a short time necessary?
There isn't much time. Where's Catherine? Where's the book?
Atris!
I don't...
The villagers are safely in the Rebel Age. I thank you.
As do I. You've accomplished more than I could have hoped for. You've given me back my life. The path home is now clear for all of us. This is where our paths must part. Perhaps we'll meet again someday. You know where to find me. Goodbye, my friend.
And back to where the place where we began. Wait, that's a dark spot. Does that mean all the dark spots among the stars are different ages?
Now I understand. Endings and beginnings are within the fissure. That riven cleft of stars that acts as both a wall and a bridge. And though I am unable to understand how, the very flow of stars that brought my Myst book into worthy hands, I am sure served as a safe passage home for my friend. The age of Riven is closed forever, but the people of Riven are free. And now I am at rest, understanding that in books and ages and life, the ending can never truly be written.
I'm not totally clear if Atris thinks we're from the Star Fissure or somewhere beyond the Star Fissure, and just thought going down the Star Fissure would get the main character there in the first place. The bug survived the fall in the first game. How's a person supposed to survive the fall? I feel like I should be paying more attention to these credits for who is where, because one of the directors and creators was the guy who does music for literally the majority of the games. Robin Miller. I wonder if this is a bad habit for Marvel movies. Even though I know there is no after credits scene. I'm just waiting for the music to be done. I wonder what'll play next. Anyways, thanks for joining me. It was a fun trip down memory lane. Figuring out all those puzzles again. Well, you needed 3 pages of notes this time. Yeah, I definitely did not understand as much as what was going on from, like, my first playthrough because I skipped the majority of the lore. Yeah. So, we're just gonna call it here, and I'll see you when I see you. I'll think about what I'll play next in the meantime. I'm gonna go eat. Thanks for joining me. Bye.